Video of my psychic attacks on the chakras series. So we are at the crown chakra. Our crown chakra is at the top of our head, our crown, and it's the 7th chakra. And if you see me looking down at my notes, I'm just looking at my iPad. Like I always tell you guys, I do have ADHD, so sometimes in my videos I just riff and broadcast frequency and just don't go by any type of notes, but I'm trying to keep this series on track and streamlined, okay, and not go off on tangents. So yeah, it's at the top of our head, our crown. The themes are divine connection, higher consciousness, wisdom, and enlightenment. And why it's targeted is people want to cut off your spiritual connection, and this leads to despair, naturally. Doubt and disempowerment. So essentially they are trying to break or severely weaken your connection between yourself and the divine. Okay, because that is all about what the crown does. The crown is a very, very, very spiritual chakra, because it is closest to heaven, right? It's closest to the divine. Whereas the root chakra is much more earth-based, much more dense. It's just a different energy, okay? So what is a psychic attack on the crown chakra? Energies will be directed to either block or distort your spiritual connection. This looks like, you can't visualize, you can't pray correctly, or so you feel. You can't hear your spirit guides. Those spiritual gifts that you used to have just seem no longer existent for the most part. And this can also show up as confusion, false guidance, or hopelessness. So you could be hearing trickster spirits. You could be hearing manipulative, low-level, even violent or malicious energies. Trying to get you to, in some cases, hurt yourself or hurt someone else. This is also sometimes unconscious, like collective despair, religious dogma, or fear programming. This, again, is the reason that I don't watch the news. I do try to stay as well informed as I can in the world and be very worldly, but I don't watch the news because a lot of it is fear-mongering, and that's just not good for my crown and my head. Some signs and symptoms are feeling spiritually lost, disconnected, or cut off from your higher self. So just feeling like whatever connection there was between you and the divine has been snipped or blocked. Doubting your faith, your path, or divine guidance. And it's natural to question things, okay? It's natural to question the divine, question our intuition, question our spirit guides, question God. All that is just part of the human experience. But when it's almost like obsessively doubting and just so loud in your head, and it's a persistent thought, a lot of times that can be someone sending you deliberate energy, okay? And if you feel like you're under psychic attack, I do invite you to check out my course that's coming out next month. It's called Thriving Through Psychic Attack. You can go to sirensnectar.com for more information. But there is information on how to protect yourself from psychic attack in that course. Okay? Doubting your faith, hopelessness, depression, or lack of meaning, feeling like life is very lackluster, feeling like life is meaningless, there's no hope, there's no light. It's almost like the world will look very dull. Okay? Over-attachment to false gurus or misleading ideologies. That's a big one. Because you yourself feel so very disconnected from source, so you really try to look for it elsewhere and outside of yourself. And I'm not saying to avoid outside guidance. What I am saying is to use discernment. And sometimes when our crown is blocked or distorted or under attack in some way, that can feel very difficult to do. Physical symptoms are migraines, dizziness, insomnia, or neurological tension. And of course, if you are having any of those symptoms, please go to the doctor and get checked out first. And then if you can't find any solution medically, then go to the spiritual route. But it'll just feel very heavy in your head, and this is where head rotations come in, head washes, crown chakra cleanses, things like that. Okay, which I do prepare. They're just not on my website, but if you need a head rogation, just message me on Instagram or text me at 678-390-0688, and I would be happy to prepare that for you. It's kind of like a spiritual bath for your head. How to protect and strengthen the crown chakra. Visualization, like violet or white light halo above the head. Practices like prayer, meditation, gratitude rituals, and silence. Sitting in silence, okay? Praying over your head. Just sit there and put your hands on your head and just talk to God. Talk to Source. Say, God, I feel like I can't feel you, see you, hear you, know you right now. But I need you and I know that you're there. Please help me through this. That's all you have to say. That's all you have to do. Support tools like crystals such as clear quartz, selenite, and amethyst. Clear quartz and amethyst are some of my favorites personally for the crown chakra. Okay, it's really good if you can get earrings because they're so close to it. You know, like get you some amethyst earrings or some clear quartz earrings, and program them to help your crown chakra. Nature connection like stargazing, quiet walks, or grounding after spiritual work, because sometimes the crown chakra attacks can also look like an overactive crown chakra, like it's too much energy, you're almost too spiritual, you're not really rooted and grounded in the earthly realm. That can also be a problem. So whether your chakra is underactive or overactive, it is a problem because it's imbalanced. And it's normal to deal with imbalanced chakras. I still deal with that sometimes depending on what kind of day I'm having. My sacral chakra might be out of whack, or my crown chakra is too active. Especially as a medium, like your crown is your power. Okay, for anyone your crown is your power, but especially a medium, that is our antenna, and it has to be taken care of. Balance, integrate spirituality with daily routines for stability. So grounding yourself, anytime that you touch your head, praying over your head. I know that sounds very weird, but one of my elders told me years ago, when she wakes up, she says, Ori, please bless Ori in Yoruba, in Santeria means consciousness, your crown. Please bless me, please protect me, because essentially your crown is your higher self. It's the part of you that is connected to heaven and the divine. Okay, healing after a psychic attack. Affirmations like, I am divinely guided and protected. I trust in Source. I trust in God. God favors me. God hears my prayers. My prayers are heard. Okay, I am one with Source. I am part of Source. Divine information is downloaded to me easily and quickly. Rituals like calling on ancestors, spirit guides, or God for protection, like I said. Energy clearing such as head washes, incense, or sound healing. Sound healing is very good for the crown chakra. Rebuilding self-trust, so journaling your spiritual experiences and small daily faith practices. And sacred rest, giving the mind and spirit time to repair after the attacks. If you feel like your crown chakra is under attack, I definitely recommend getting a reading, because that negativity can very quickly disrupt your other chakras and just disrupt your whole system, because it is at the top. So if this one isn't working right, the other ones will not work right either. Okay. Let's see what else we got. I think that was all my notes. I would love to do head washes for you guys. I believe in my course, my healing, or my Thriving Through Psychic Attack course, I am going to teach you guys how to make a head wash, because anytime you're dealing with psychic attack, it can and does mess with your mind and your mindset and your thoughts, because all brujeria, all spell work, all negativity starts in the mind. That's where it begins, and that is its playground. Okay? So again, if you're interested in my course, you can go to sirensnectar.com, and it will be released next month. I am not raising the price on this one. It is $555, but you can go ahead and pre-order it. Okay, so that as soon as it comes out on October 15th, you're there. Okay? And if you would like to book a reading with me, you can go to sirensnectar.com/booking, or you can message me here on Instagram. Okay, I love you guys. Thank you.